Welcome back to Descendants. We got a little bit of a lengthy one today because I got some things to go over with you, and we have some footage of the new update that just came out. Speaking of, the First Descendant Hotfix 1.2.13 has hit, and it is a good one. All right, guys. Now, I know all the Ines players out there are like, good, what do you mean? This is bad. Stick with me. Stick with me until we get to the end of the video. You're going to see all the Ines players out there. You guys are going to be just fine. Trust me. I have footage. I've got proof. You're going to be just fine. So let's get into this First Descendant Hotfix 1.2.13. We have skill adjustments for Blair, and we have a bunch of Descendant adjustments here. A lot of the male Descendants got really good adjustments. I'm not going to go over each and every single one. I will link the article down in the description below so you can go look at it for yourself. But just some quick looks here. We've got Lepic who has some changes. We have Jayber with some changes. Now, I'm not so sure about Jayber. I see big numbers and stuff on here, and I see their turrets, his assault turrets at least, getting some major like increases by 25%. We're gonna have to play around with that. We're gonna see what happens there. I don't know. Jayber stands. I feel for you guys because oh man. It's not Jayber's one of those characters that he was super strong in the alphas and betas, and now he's playing cleanup duty. But we have a huge Blair updates, huge Blair updates. One of the ones I want to call attention to is Extinguish. His second ability that just has a cooldown, doesn't take mana or anything. He kind of like pulls his fist up and he sucks up all of the barbecue pits that are around him. He's got and gets those flames on him for some mana. This now gives him a movement speed increase of 25%. This is huge. You'll see in some of the footage that I have later that Blair is keeping up with, I think it's a bunny, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Luna has some noise surge adjustments. Esiemo has a lot of adjustments. There's a lot to digest here between cooldown reductions, damage radius, damage itself. Like, man, Esiemos are eating good. Enzo has some explosive drone updates. Ines does have some nerfs. We'll come back up to that in just a minute. Keelan, I feel like this is how Keelan should have launched. Keelan should have been much more close to this on his launch than what we actually got. I know Sharpie, I'm thinking of you exactly over in the Freckles Discord. Sharpie, you are gonna absolutely love these. I hope that you have a good time playing with Keelan. Ajax, one of my favorite meme builds in the game was jump jacks. You jump, you land, you do some damage, throw your chest out, you do some more damage with this 3. He's eating really good, and you'll see some of that in the footage that I have coming up here. Kyle's superconductivity thrusters just turned into a complete nuke. We went from 12,000 to 38,000. Wow. Bunny has had maximum power and thrill bomb damage increases, which are ridiculous. I'm pretty sure she's going to be back to soloing content again with her ultimate maximum power move. I do believe that she's going to be able to one-shot Obstructor. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And Gley got some small adjustments. I think Gley is one of the more balanced gun descendants that are out there. She doesn't have much that is really dragging her down at all. They did make her a little more team play conducive, where she doesn't have to fight to kill an enemy anymore for her life spheres. When she or an ally defeats an enemy now, she can have a life sphere that's created for her. And then some explosive life adjustments there, including one that kind of jumps out, Frenzy. But I don't know many people that use explosive life. We'll have to check into that. So let's talk about Ines a little bit here. Ines, Chain Lightning and Floating Lightning no longer go through terrain. They no longer attack targets behind terrain. This is a good change because this means you're not going to be able to take care of things rooms and rooms away or with walls blocking you. You actually have to put yourself in some sort of danger, some sort of risk to get the high reward of how much damage that she puts out. So if we go back up here and look at Ines 2 real quick, you're going to see she does have her stack cooldowns. Now, these are all numbers at base. Okay, I know a lot of you are going to look at this and see 30 seconds to 90 seconds. What is that? That's triple. And look, it looks bad on paper, but trust me, with a built-in Ines and RK tuning, you're going to be just fine, okay? Excuse my cough there. She did get some nerfs with projectile damage, just general damage, and her cooldowns. But trust me, she's going to be just fine. That in combination with her chain lightning and floating lightning no longer going through walls make Ines a more interactive character. You have to kind of think about what skills you're going to throw out there now, and you're going to have to actually kind of put yourself in some risky situations to get the damage that you used to. UI and UX, it looks like PC players are now going to get an option to walk. You will have to assign that key specifically. I'm not going to go through all of these line by line. I'm just going to call out some of the specific ones. We do have a new 2-week event, Blair Ready for Deployment, and at the end of this event, you're going to get a Descendant transfer consumable, which is going to let you take all of the progress you have on a normal Descendant and transfer it to an Ultimate Descendant. This is great because it's going to completely coincide with Ultimate Blair's release. And with these changes, I really encourage you guys to get out there and build your normal Blairs. We have some various bug fixes here. I'm not going to call out each and every single one, but as we cut over to the footage of my Ajax, I am going to kind of talk about how they don't mention the Xbox or the console crashing issue, even PC crashing issue that's been going on. I'm kind of disappointed in that. That's one of the things I really wanted to see being fixed with this hotfix. I am excited for all the Descendant updates, but we can't, half of our brethren aren't able to play the game with us, guys, because they keep crashing, whether it's they go to Albion, whether it's mid-mission, whether they can even log into the game. Nexon, I'm calling you guys out here. You got to get this login issue. You got to get this crashing issue and just performance in general. You got to get this stuff fixed, okay? And it's got to be before Season 3 launches. We have a bunch of good stuff here, and a lot of people can't enjoy it. If you guys are having this issue too, where you can't log into the game or your game constantly crashes or you keep getting disconnected, let me know down in the comments. And I'm going to leave a link to the official Discord into the description so that you guys can go in there, and if you want to, create a thread to bring more awareness to that, because it's just not great. You'll see here though that in gameplay with Ajax, I'm hopping around, I'm doing the Ajax jump meme build. It's great. I hop, I do some damage, I use my 3, I do some more damage. You're gonna see red bars dying like crazy. If you pay close attention to the damage numbers, you're going to see they are increased substantially. And no, I don't have arcade tuning completed for Ajax. I think I only have like 20 points or something like that into them. But it's really nice. Ajax and other male descendants are eating real good here. They're finally able to kind of keep up damage-wise and carry their own weight in content now without feeling like they're dragging anybody else down. It's wonderful. And now we're going to move over to the Ines gameplay. I'm just going to kind of go through it and let it speak for itself. Guys, Ines is just fine. Ines is doing just fine. You can spam your 1. You can't quite spam your 4 like you used to. However, you really don't need to do that. You were overkilling everything before. You were overpowering everything before. You're still going to do good damage numbers. You're still going to have things on a cooldown that's absolutely manageable. If you have a good build for your Ines, if you have your arcade tuning set up just fine, you are going to really not notice much of a difference. Your gameplay may be a little bit slower. You may need to provide a little more effort on elites and bosses. But guys, there is no need to panic over this. There is no need to be upset about it. You knew, we knew, Nexon knew, Ines and eventually Serena needed to be brought in line with other descendants. They were too good for what they were doing. They were just too good. Too good, and overshadowed everything else. This is going to make the game feel better and provide some fresh air to other descendants that are there that are trying to just play the game, you know? And look, Ines is just clearing through this like crazy. Same damage numbers. I mean, not the exact same. They're a little bit less. But look, I mean, she's just tearing through things again. And this is 4 players. Like, guys, you're going to be good. Again, thanks for hanging out with me during this video. I hope that the Ines players out there can see that your girl's gonna be just fine. She can still do the content that's in the game. Sigma Sector is one of the hardest ones to do, so I feel like you guys are going to, your guys are gonna be just fine here. Male Descendants, anybody who has those male builds who is waiting for male Descendants to be better, this is your chance. Get out there, get those builds up and going, dust them off, adjust them a little bit, and get out there and see what you can do. As always, you guys are more than free to join the Discord for the Vanguard. We've got one of the best communities out there for TFD, in my personal opinion. We always offer carefree, stress-free, and ego-free help. We ain't gonna make you feel bad for whatever it is you do or do not have. I have a link to the Discord down in the description below. And if you guys have different thoughts, other than what I've got here about the update, Ines, Ajax, male Descendants, leave them in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear about them. With that, this has been another Hotfix update. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. And my name is Zero, and I will see you guys in the next one. Zero out.